Thank you for calling the RSPCA.
Every 30 seconds, a call comes into the RSPCA's cruelty line. And it's people like Inspector Michelle who are first on the scene.
Oh, hello, baby.
First up today, an abandoned XL bully dog in Leicester.
I know, you don't want to be my friend, do you?
Abandoned dogs are a big part of the job and have been since the organisation was founded 2 centuries ago. Inspectors can only take an animal if they've got evidence it's abandoned and no one's been in the home.
It's a really efficient way of establishing if somebody's going in or out.
After a tip-off, we discover someone's coming to check on the dog only every 3 or 4 days.
It's a report that the owner's gone to prison and that the dog's been left unattended.
To be honest, I think we're going to have to look at issuing him with an abandonment notice or basically having a very frank discussion with him about handing the dog over to Leicestershire Police.
We find out later the police come to take the dog. Since XL bullies were added to the Dangerous Dogs Act earlier this year, it's illegal to transfer ownership. Sadly, that means the dog had to be euthanised. Next call, it's neglect on a much larger scale.
10 guinea pigs, 4 rabbits, various skin issues, bite marks from being in a small enclosure together. The ferret's environment was poor, dirty, faeces and urine.
The owners are an older couple who've had the animals for 54 years. They're vulnerable and we've made the decision not to identify them.
So health-wise, we've just got all the faeces and everything crusted on her nails.
In the end, there was over 160 animals in the small semi-detached home.
It was worse than I expected. They've got mites, they might have ringworm, we've got injuries from fighting because of overcrowding. Some of the babies are very thin. If these animals are living in darkness, pitch black, no ventilation, no light, no space, just wading around in their own excrement.
The inspectors made a decision here not to prosecute, thanks to the cooperation of the owners.
We're not here to just, strip all their animals away, and we're not here to prosecute them. It's about trying to help the animals and help them because the situation's just got completely out of control.
The RSPCA deal with around 1 million calls a year. Of these, almost 1,500 resulted in prosecutions. Most result in advice on how to better look after animals.
We do trigger around more than 100,000 investigations a year, and ultimately some of those do result in prosecutions, which is an important part of what we do. But really, we want to prevent cruelty, abuse and neglect from happening in the first place, and we want to try and keep those loving families together where we can.
A sense of humour helps in this job. But this is serious. Oil's been dumped in a lake, threatening the wildlife. These goslings are covered in oil.
We've got some burning here. I don't know if you can, from where it's been on.
Our primary objective is to catch as many of the birds as possible that are significantly oiled. We need to get that oil off them ASAP into a wildlife centre.
It saps the waterproofing from their feathers, which can be fatal. Today, 8 were rescued. Once caught, the birds are taken to a wildlife centre, but there's a problem.
One of them was collapsed and we've made decisions to euthanize it, so we're just assessing this one. He's quite brightly, so as much as we can try and clear the oil off him and give him a chance, really. He's got a fight in him.
Some hope at the end of a tricky shift for the inspectors. This gosling was luckier than his brother and driven up to a wildlife hospital in Cheshire, where staff there were able to clean him up and send him home. Charlie Haynes, BBC News.